Now on Coast TV News.
A gust of wind farm drama divided reactions on the project that would bring more than 100 turbines off the coast of Maryland.
Quiet no more. Why Bethany Beach locals think upgrades on Collins Street will turn their quiet neighborhood into a traffic hotspot.
Harsh storms ahead. How Fenwick Island is preparing to battle against severe weather to ensure the safety of the community.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
Efforts to bring wind farms to the coast. Good evening. I'm Mallory Metzner.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our news at 6. We begin tonight with continued talks about U.S. Wind, Maryland's offshore wind project.
This is something we've covered extensively on Coast TV News. U.S. Wind says the project would be located 10 miles off the coast of Worcester County. U.S. Wind submitted an air quality permit application to the Maryland Department of the Environment, Air and Radiation Administration. Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber is live in Ocean City. Elisa, you spoke with people in the area who are both for and against the project.
Mallory and Charlie, I'm currently in the Ocean City Convention Center, where right now behind me, there is a meeting to go over U.S. Wind's air quality permit application with the public. And they'll also be going over the review process. And the purpose of this meeting is to give people the opportunity to ask the developer and the Maryland Department of the Environment any questions they may have about the project. Offshore wind developer U.S. Wind has been working to bring wind farms like these to the coast. But Ocean City local Pat Murphy is not in favor.
I worry about the sea life. I know it can save energy, but I'd rather save the sea life and the view. It ruins the view. We have beautiful views out there, and that just takes away from it. U.S.
Wind submitted an air quality permit application to the Maryland Department of the Environment, Air and Radiation Administration back in November 2023 for the Maryland offshore wind project. According to the state of Maryland, anything that has the potential to significantly affect air quality must obtain a permit to operate. The state says the Department of Environment may impose terms and conditions on the permit to protect public health. Another Ocean City local, Christine Scheffler, is for the project.
I don't have a problem with that. It's better than fossil fuel. It's just a few blades. You can still see out into the ocean. They're not a problem, Not for me.
According to U.S. Wind, the project would have 121 wind turbines, 4 substations, and located 10 miles off the coast of Worcester County. Right now, there is an open house going on with posters for people to look at, and then later at 7 o'clock, there will be a question and answer session. In Ocean City, I'm Elisa Weber, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Elisa. DNREC wants the public to keep sharing their opinions on this proposed project. On July 9th, DNREC will hold a virtual public hearing regarding the wind farm to be located off the coast of Maryland. The wind farm's power transmission cables are proposed to land at Delaware Seashore State Park's 3 R's Beach and connect with a substation to be built near the Indian River Power Plant. Along with this virtual hearing, written comments will be accepted to DNREC until September 9th.
Switching now to health news, today the U.S. Supreme Court rejected a bid that would have restricted access to the abortion pill mifepristone. The court unanimously ruled that the group of anti-abortion doctors who questioned the Food and Drug Administration's decision making it easier to access the pill, they didn't have legal standing to sue. That's what SCOTUS said. As a result, the lawsuit will be dismissed. Another regulatory decision left in place means that women can still obtain the pill within 10 weeks of gestation instead of 7, and a decision allowing healthcare providers other than physicians to dispense the pill will remain in effect. Today's ruling comes 2 years after the court overturned the landmark abortion rights decision Roe v. Wade, which led to a number of new abortion restrictions in some conservative states. All of this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, should there be restrictions on abortion access?
Let's take a look at the updated results here on your screen. It looks like so far, now this has changed a lot. 74% of people who voted in our poll say no, 26% say yes. It was almost an even split when we checked about an hour ago.
And these numbers could change again. In fact, if you want to be a part of the conversation, a part of the debate, go to coasttv.com. or use our Coast TV mobile app. And remember, we will have updated results tonight on Coast TV News at 11.
Staying in health news, in a big step to control rising health care costs, Governor Carney signed a House Bill 350. It was passed by Delaware lawmakers. House Bill 350 sets up a board to review hospital budgets and control spending. Starting in 2025, hospitals must submit their budgets and might need to make improvements if the costs are too high. The bill also includes temporary limits on charges and some exemptions. The board will be referred to as the Diamond State Hospital Review Board.
New today, Congresswoman Lisa Blunt Rochester announced her endorsement of State Senator Sarah McBride, the lone Democrat candidate for Delaware's open congressional seat. In a statement, Blunt Rochester said, quote, "As Delaware's Congresswoman, I know what it takes to deliver for our state," end quote. This comes after Democrat Eugene Young suspended his campaign on Wednesday. McBride will likely face off against Republican Danielle Hall in November.
In Lewis, the city has scheduled a public hearing for some proposed tax changes. Next month, the public can share their thoughts on the proposed ordinance for the city to include a 3% lodging tax. There will also be a hearing on proposed changes to modify the gross receipts rental tax from 5% to 6% for short-term rentals. The city will also talk about when this could possibly go into effect. If it's approved, this hearing will take place July 1st at 5:30.
Milton has certainly been growing. We just recently reported on how, after a lot of debate, a McDonald's restaurant was unanimously approved by the Milton Town Council to be built on Broadkill Road. That's where it's going to go. Now, here's another proposed development that would be right down the street. DE Storage is looking to build a self-storage facility on the plot of land you see on your screen. It would be on Broadkill Road. It would be next door to the Food Lion and where that McDonald's is going in. The developer is looking to allow outdoor storage on a temporary basis. Planning and Zoning will hear the proposal next Tuesday.
Also later this month, Milton will talk about creating a path connection for the Heritage Creek and Cannery Village developments. You can see that area on your screen now. The Streets and Sidewalks Committee will have a possible vote on this idea on June 24th.
People driving through Milton are adjusting to the new all-way stop that's at the intersection of Harbison Road, Shingle Point Road, and Chestnut Street. The stop signs were installed yesterday by DelDOT. The idea is to improve safety, traffic flow, and it is a busy intersection. But as you can see on your screen, some drivers, they're aware of it, while others, they're just blowing right through it still. DelDOT says since 2020, there have been 9 accidents right there.
The work being done on Collins Street is meant to add an extra layer of safety for people walking on the side of the road. That's why the road is getting wider, and it will have painted lines specifically for people walking or riding their bikes. Although more space for walking is a good thing, some locals fear it can bring more traffic. But one local believes traffic already takes its toll around the area.
Traffic on big days like 4th of July is terrible. And I'm out there walking the dog.
Although some homeowners think the paving wasn't needed on Collins Street, everyone hopes the construction noise will finally end.
If you live in the Angola area, you're going to want to listen to this. Details are limited, but state police tell CoastTV they're currently investigating car thefts. Police want to remind all homeowners to report any suspicious activity to them.
We're taking a live look outside into Ocean City. It's a gorgeous day. You can see the sun going down. It actually got pretty hot, so let's check in with First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams on our First Alert weather tonight to see if that trend continues.
So I'm going to break the rules of News TV and tell you that Mallory was sending a shot at me because she's always cold in the studio. So she always wants it to, it's always so hot. She loves for it to be much hotter than it is cooler, but we're going to do in between the two, okay? We're going to satisfy everybody that want cool weather, but sunshine simultaneously this weekend. In Milford, we're at 86 degrees, but low humidity, making it feel that much cooler. And we'll drop down to the 70s. Even over this whole weekend, we're going to stay cooperative, although it's just a tinge warm because, we're in the 80s right now, the temperature, but the heat index is actually in the upper 80s to near 90s. So 86 is the norm, or the high for today, 83 is the norm. So we're going to be a little bit above that by next week. Mallory, you might be really upset with me because it's going to be really hot by then.
I'm not going to complain about any heat. From above, here you can see Wagaman's Pond in Milton. Starting today, DENREC will begin treating the pond this month for invasive aquatic weed hydrilla. If left unchecked, the weed can clog ponds and waterways, making fishing and boating difficult. You can see the weed on your screen right now in that picture. DENREC says an approved herbicide will be used, which is safe for wildlife, and it doesn't affect fishing or eating fish from treated waters. The only restriction during the treatment is not using pond water for irrigation for 30 days after treatment. Along with Wagaman's Pond, Concord Pond and Seaford will also be treated.
Heading to Millsboro, DENREC has released an update on the Indian River dredging project. According to the town, DENREC will resume dredging the Indian River in early July. The project began last fall with preparations of the wetland restoration site that will receive the dredged sediment. When this work starts, boaters should see and use extreme caution. You're going to want to protect their own safety as well as the safety of that dredge crew. Also, DENREC says boaters should expect some delays when traveling in that project area.
In Rehoboth Beach, a Barnes & Noble bookstore is heading to the Tanger outlets. According to the Tanger Rehoboth Beach management, the bookstore will open this fall at Tanger Seaside. With the store coming to Rehoboth, it will become more accessible for Delawareans since the nearest Barnes & Noble is in Salisbury. The management says more details about this new addition will soon be released.
If you didn't know, tomorrow marks the 20th anniversary of World Blood Donor Day. And the Blood Bank of Delmarva says World Donor Day comes at a critical time as the summer months typically those are challenging for blood collection. The bank says that hospitals typically see a spike in trauma cases during the summer months, which can put a strain on the blood supply. Also, they say increased travel, busy summer schedules, that often makes blood donation less of a priority for the average person. Now, if you're looking to donate tomorrow, there will be blood drives at the BB Tunnel Cancer Center in Rehoboth Beach and also at Maspilian River Brewing in Milford.
We are just getting started tonight.
New rules to follow this summer while fishing on Delmarva.
And it looks like we're going to have a warm weekend. Going into this weekend, we're going to have it even warmer than usual. Your wonderful weather pattern is coming up.
First, what Fenwick Island's plans are in case of a storm. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Dad, I need your help. I am in over my head with this house. I've got buckling floors, doors that won't close, sick kids, and a frustrated wife. Did you call Dry Zone? No, I called the cheaper guys. You've got to call Dry Zone. They're the oldest and the best. Just like you, Dad.
Protect your largest investment with Delmarva's local choice, Dry Zone, the oldest and the best.
Hi, can I get an extra large quadruple shot, extra hot, semi-sweet caramel macchiato with almond milk, and a medium?
Whatever happened to coffee? Whack. When you need a minute, there's the Bally Casino app, featuring tons of exciting slots like Divine Fortune, Cash Machine, and 88 Fortunes. We bring the excitement to you. Throw in your favorite table games and...
Got one!
So who needs caffeine?
I'd still like some.
Yeah, me too. Bet boldly with the Bally Casino app, powered by Bet River.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
Fenwick Island had a meeting this week discussing exit plans before storm season strikes.
CoastTV News reporter Kevin Zapay shows us what those plans might be.
Storms around the coast happens more than you think. Something Fenwick Island owner William Biddle learned firsthand.
In 2012, we had so much water that you couldn't get around unless you had a boat. And we had knocking on the back door. It was the police in a kayak.
This week, Fenwick's Emergency Management Committee and the Chief of Police discussed what the plan is in an event of a hurricane or other drastic weather conditions. As of right now, the main route of exit for the town is the Route 54 bridge. But if that bridge is under construction, then Route 26 and the Route 90 bridge would be the next exit plans. Chief Michael Morrissey also discussed which officers go where to let people know to evacuate. If people decide not to listen, Chief Morrissey says the police might not be around if they change their minds.
We're not going to put our officers in harm's way to come and do rescues after we asked you to evacuate.
But for Biddle, his mind is already made up.
No, we've never left for any reason, and I guess probably at our age, you've got 3 weeks out. In the evacuation, they're going to be so jammed, you're going to be in bumper-to-bumper traffic forever because the state of Delaware doesn't have an east-west highway that can handle the traffic.
The next meeting on this topic will be in July, where they'll be discussing further into their plans on how to keep everyone in Fenwick Island safe during a storm. I'm Kevin Zappé in Fenwick Island, Coast TV News.
Well, as you're lining up your putt for tomorrow, remember it's going to be a bit of a warm one. So we're going to have excellent conditions, but I'm going to say this right now out loud for you. Take extra water in the cart for tomorrow.
Download the free Coast TV First Alert Weather app today.
Feeling the summer sizzle? Is it turning your home into a sauna? At FH Fur, we know you can't wait when your AC is down for the count. That's why we're offering same-day service, guaranteed. If we don't make it to you the very same day, you will pay a diagnostic or dispatch fee, plain and simple. So whether your AC is blowing hot air, your thermostat is on the fritz, or your entire system needs replacing, an FH Fur expert technician will bring your comfort back today.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
Hi, I'm Sussex County farmer Blaine Hitchens, and I plant cover crops to improve my soil health. Cover crops help with nutrient cycling, weed suppression, and also reducing our input costs. I'm also improving water quality and my soils are more productive, increasing my yield and bottom line. Healthy soils produce healthy crops. Cost share signups are going on now. To take advantage of the financial assistance, stop by the Conservation District to enroll in the cover crop cost share program because every acre counts.
It's whaler season at Taylor Marine Center. Enjoy summer savings on the unsinkable legend, Boston Whaler. Taylor Marine Center has unprecedented inventory, factory incentives, and year-end savings on Montauk's Vantages, the newly designed Dauntless, and the offshore classic Outrage. Taylor Marine Center, with 2 award-winning locations to serve you in Milford, Delaware, and Ocean City, Maryland. Visit Taylor Marine today, your whaler season dealer.
In 1924, my grandfather, J. Con Scott, decided to start a life in the furniture business. I'm proud to say that as the 3rd generation, we celebrate our 100-year anniversary. From a humble small-town furniture store to an interior design destination, with 35,000 square feet in Selbyville and our newest location in Rehoboth Beach. J. Con Scott, celebrating our 100-year anniversary.
The big issues: abortion, civil rights, healthcare. When Trump policies were attacking our rights, County Executive Matt Meyer fought back. Now Trump is promising a national abortion ban and huge cuts to healthcare coverage. Matt's healthcare plan will reduce costs, not coverage, by increasing competition on the exchange. And Matt's plan will protect women's access to abortion, always. So call Matt Meyer. Tell him you support his plans to protect Delaware values.
Coast TV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
It's gorgeous now, and we'll be gorgeous going into the weekend. 73 degrees now, and we'll drop to 72 by 9 o'clock. Small craft advisory indicating 25-mile-per-hour wind gusts along that side of the peninsula, thanks to the trough and the high-pressure system that's stacked behind it. That's going to keep it a bit on the breezy side. We have a melting forecast. Yeah, it's that warm again. Listen, it's going to have some decent melting because we're going to be at 86 degrees, but not so humid. At least it's going to be better. We're about 8 degrees warmer now than we were 24 hours ago, but we're warmer indeed. 82 in Lewis, Milton, 83, in Redden and in Milford at this hour, and it feels like 88 for Milford as well as Redden. Our Berlin bathtub race, we're going to be a bit steamy 3 to 4 o'clock with temperature of 90 degrees. Here's a look at what we're expecting for Friday morning. Winds out of the south, 71 along the coast, 69 inland. Friday morning. Friday afternoon, we may get a quick smidgen between Georgetown and Milford, but I'd bet against it than for it. And temps well into the 80s. Saturday, better chance of scattered showers, but it's going to be late at night during the overnight period for Saturday. Saturday morning at 6 o'clock, winds are out of the north, temps in the 60s, and we roll into the 80s by Saturday afternoon, 3 o'clock without a problem. Our sneezecast has changed. Now trees and weeds are back into the mix, and grass is still at an extreme level. most southern viewing area, 70s along the highway from Berlin down to Pocomoke in the morning. Friday afternoon, we're in the mid-80s and a bit on the warm side, but it's okay. Over the weekend, the humidity drops a bit, but we got to get past this overnight sprinkle or two. And then as we go into Saturday, we're going to warm to 81 degrees with the winds coming out of the northeast. Here's a look at your 3-day beach forecast. 75 on Friday, 77 on Sunday in Assateague. Now, as we go up towards Ocean City, we'll stay at 77 degrees for Friday and Saturday and drop 2 degrees on Sunday. Finally, up towards Rehoboth Beach and Lewis, look for brilliant sunshine on Saturday, and then on Sunday, a few more extra clouds. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling Extended Forecast.
Thank you, Paul. We have some breaking news right now. This is a developing story. We're getting reports that Donald Trump has endorsed Larry Hogan for the run for Senate in Maryland. However, the story a little more complicated, as we are also seeing reports that Governor Hogan has not returned the favor in kind. One reporter with a quote that says Governor Hogan has been clear he is not supporting Donald Trump, just as he didn't in 2016 and 2020. We're going to have more on this story tonight at 11 o'clock. Make sure you follow us for that.
New today, DNREC has announced a new change to the state's recreational striped bass summer slot size limit. Starting July 1st, the new slot size limit will be 20 to 24 inches. That's revised from 20 to 25 inches. DNREC says this change ensures compliance with the Atlantic States Marine Fisheries Commission's Fishery Management Plan, which is aimed at helping support the striped bass population. The season will run from July 1st to August 31st, covering the Delaware River, Bay, and their tidal tributaries.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Cleo Hill Jr. is the new head coach of UMES men's basketball. He has 17 years of head coaching experience and spent the last 6 seasons with Winston-Salem State University. Here's what he plans to bring to this team that went 9-20 last season.
Real simple accountability. You have to do what you're told. It starts there. It starts in the classroom. It starts in practice. We want to play hard, get better every day. We want to win championships.
And tonight on episode 8 of Into the Trenches, the Wildcat Legacy, see how Del Mar football gears up for a playoff push.
On the next Into the Trenches.
Friday Night Lights in Del Mar. This one might as well be a playoff game. To pull off the upset at home, though, it will have to come without quarterback Nathan Van Zandt. Aiden McCauley, welcome aboard.
Back in middle school, used to go to these games and wonder what it feels like. You finally get to experience it.
We gotta make the play now. Don't let it back. Don't let it back in. Make the play.
This is our playoffs. Our playoffs start now.
Thursday at 7:30 on DSN.
That'll do it for sports. Have a great night.
This summer's temperatures keep getting hot. Luckily, Horizon Services is here to help keep you cool. Right now, get $50 off same-day AC repair. Or go ahead and upgrade that old unit and save up to $3,700 toward a new full home comfort system. Same-day service, expert technicians, and a job done right the first time. Need service today? Horizon's help is on the way.
Download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group.
Faster internet is better. That's why Extreme is increasing speeds and lowering prices, giving you more go, more whoa, more vroom, and boom for less. Get Internet 250 with whole home Wi-Fi 360 Pro for just $19.99 a month for a year. Plus, call now and get a $100 credit on your internet package. New faster speeds, new lower prices. Call 844-EXTREME2.
As I get older, I was getting a little off balance. Got recommendations for baths by Bicep Brothers. I love my shower. It's perfect for me. My favorite part was probably how quick and easy it was. They came in the morning and they were done by afternoon. I definitely wanted the grab bars. They also put the seat in, which was very nice. The wand is good, especially if you're sitting. So much safer to get in and out of now. It seems like my showers are quicker that way. So it's perfect.
Is a kitchen remodel on your to-do list?
Paul Davis offers an easy 3-step kitchen refacing solution. Step 1, we bring the showroom to you. Step 2, we give you the exact price that day. Step 3, our certified installers complete it in days, not weeks.
A revitalized kitchen without the disruption.
At half the cost of a traditional kitchen remodel.
In the style and color you've always wanted. Last chance to get 20% off your new kitchen plus a free trash can pullout or no payments until 2025.
Call Paul Davis today or visit our showroom.
This summer, pack your bags and head to Ocean City, Maryland for free family fun all summer long. Watch beach movies, build sandcastles, and gaze at colorful kites, all completely free. Bust a move from the beach to the bay with beach dance parties, Sunset Park party nights, and Sundays in the park with fireworks, all completely free. Enjoy arts and crafts, discover Ocean City's history, and be in awe of acrobatic stunts at the circus, all completely free. So get going. Family memories are waiting to be made in Ocean City, Maryland. Plan your trip now at OCOcean.com.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
We have some programming changes on Coast TV to tell you about tomorrow. We're Delmarva's home for the U.S. Open. Coverage starts at 1 p.m., then at 7, tune into Jeopardy, and then at 7:30 it will be NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
Also, the Berlin bathtub races, that's happening tomorrow. The friendly races feature locals and businesses competing using their own designed racing bathtubs. Got to have a racing bathtub. Coast Life will have a live pre-show at 4 p.m. on Delmarva Sports Network. Then watch the races live at 6 on the Delmarva Sports Network through your TV or the DSN app.
Our tidal health camera in Seaford, where calm conditions with 84 degrees in Seaford, will drop from 84 down to 82 by 7 o'clock. Clear skies in 74 by 10 o'clock. Overall, small craft advisory still active, a little breezy along the Chesapeake Bay area, about 25-mile-per-hour winds. We have the latest forecast available for you on our weather line at 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a phone call away. It's sponsored by Baird, Mandalas, Brockstead, and Frederico. Finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling exclusive 10-day forecast. We're going to be a little warm on Friday. Now, the good news is this. Saturday and Sunday will have low humidity, but next week, particularly Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, going to Friday, we may be in store for our first official heat wave.
Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.